Radiant Secrets Adventures in the Grove of Eternal Light. Once upon a time, in a land of whimsy and wonder, there existed a magical meadow tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the world. It was a place where flowers sang melodies of joy and the grass danced in the breeze. In this enchanting meadow lived a wondrous creature known as Lumina, the guardian of light. Lumina was a gentle and majestic being with shimmering scales that reflected the colors of the rainbow. She had wings like gossamer silk and eyes that sparkled with ancient wisdom. Lumina spent her days tending to the meadow, nurturing the flowers and befriending the creatures that called it home. She was beloved by all who knew her, for her kindness knew no bounds. But one day, as Lumina wandered through the meadow, she stumbled upon a patch of wilting flowers. Their petals drooped sadly, and their colors had faded to dull shades of gray. Lumina knew that something was amiss. Determined to uncover the cause of the flowers' distress, Lumina set off on a quest across the meadow. She searched high and low, following the trail of wilted blooms until she came upon a dark and shadowy figure lurking among the trees. It was a mischievous creature known as Dusk, the Shadow Weaver. Dusk had long envied Lumina's light and sought to extinguish it forever. With his dark magic, he had cast a spell over the meadow, draining it of its vibrant energy. But Lumina refused to let the darkness prevail. With a flick of her wings and a burst of radiant light, she banished Dusk from the meadow and restored its beauty once more. The flowers bloomed brighter than ever before, and the meadow echoed with songs of gratitude. And so, with peace restored to the enchanted meadow, Lumina vowed to protect it for all eternity, ensuring that its magic would shine forevermore. With the meadow once again bathed in the warm glow of Lumina's light, peace and harmony flourished among its inhabitants. The flowers bloomed vibrantly, the birds sang sweet melodies, and all was well in the enchanted realm. But Lumina could not shake the feeling that there was still work to be done. Deep within her heart, she sensed a lingering imbalance, a discordant note that threatened to disrupt the tranquility of the meadow. Determined to restore perfect harmony, Lumina embarked on a quest to seek out the source of the disturbance. Along the way, she encountered a diverse array of creatures, each with their own unique talents and perspectives. First, she met the wise owl, whose keen eyes and sage advice guided her through the darkest corners of the forest. Together, they traversed ancient groves and winding paths, searching for clues to unravel the mystery. Next, Lumina encountered the playful sylphs, mischievous spirits who delighted in dance and song. With their help, she learned to embrace the joy and spontaneity of life, finding lightness in even the most challenging moments. Finally, Lumina stumbled upon the silent lake, its still waters reflecting the infinite depths of the sky above. Here, she communed with the ancient spirits of the water, learning the importance of balance and fluidity in all things. As Lumina journeyed deeper into the heart of the meadow, she began to understand that true harmony could only be achieved through unity and understanding. Each creature she encountered contributed to the tapestry of life in their own unique way, enriching the world with their presence. With newfound wisdom and a sense of purpose, Lumina returned to the meadow, ready to share her insights with her fellow inhabitants. Together, they embarked on a journey of mutual respect and cooperation, working together to create a world where all beings could thrive in harmony. And so, under Lumina's watchful gaze, the enchanted meadow flourished like never before, a testament to the power of unity and the enduring magic of friendship. As Lumina and her companions journeyed through the enchanted meadow, they encountered a new challenge that tested their bonds of friendship and unity. Deep within the heart of the forest, they stumbled upon a hidden glade where a powerful enchantment lay dormant, waiting to be awakened. The glade was surrounded by towering trees whose branches reached towards the sky like outstretched arms, and a gentle mist hung in the air, carrying with it the whispers of ancient magic. At the center of the glade stood a magnificent crystal, pulsating with a soft, ethereal light. Lumina approached the crystal cautiously, her heart pounding with anticipation. She sensed that it held the key to unlocking the enchantment that had been placed upon the meadow, but she knew that doing so would require the combined efforts of all who stood beside her. With determination in her heart, Lumina called upon her friends to join her in a circle around the crystal. The wise owl, the playful sylphs, and the spirits of the silent lake gathered around her, their energies intertwining to form a shimmering barrier of light. Together, they began to chant a melody that echoed through the glade, filling the air with its haunting beauty. As they sang, the crystal began to glow brighter and brighter, until it was ablaze with radiant energy. Suddenly, the enchantment that had gripped the meadow for so long began to unravel, its dark tendrils dissipating into the ether. The flowers bloomed with renewed vigor, the birds sang with greater joy, and the entire forest seemed to sigh with relief. With the enchantment lifted, Lumina and her companions knew that their journey was far from over, but they also knew that as long as they stood united, there was no challenge they could not overcome. And so, hand in hand, they ventured forth into the unknown, their spirits soaring with the knowledge that together they could create a world where harmony and love reigned supreme. As Lumina and her companions continued their journey through the enchanted meadow, they encountered remnants of an ancient civilization hidden beneath the verdant foliage. Moss-covered ruins peeked out from the underbrush, hinting at a time long past when the meadow was home to a thriving community. Intrigued by the mystery of the ruins, Lumina and her friends decided to explore further, guided by a sense of curiosity and adventure. As they delved deeper into the heart of the meadow, they uncovered ancient artifacts and crumbling scrolls that spoke of a time when the meadow was protected by a group of noble guardians. The guardians, it was said, possessed magical powers beyond imagining and dedicated their lives to preserving the balance and harmony of the meadow. They were revered by all who dwelt in the forest, their wisdom and strength legendary throughout the land. As Lumina and her friends studied the ancient texts, they realized that they too had been chosen to carry on the legacy of the Guardians. Each of them possessed unique gifts and abilities that, when combined, made them a formidable force for good. With a newfound sense of purpose, Lumina and her companions vowed to honor the legacy of the Guardians and protect the meadow from any who sought to harm it. Together, they forged a bond that transcended time and space, united in their commitment to preserving the magic and wonder of the enchanted realm. And so, as they journeyed onward, Lumina and her friends knew that they were not alone. They carried with them the spirit of the Guardians, guiding them on their quest to safeguard the meadow and ensure that its beauty would endure for generations to come. As Lumina and her companions ventured deeper into the heart of the enchanted meadow, they encountered a series of trials designed to test their courage and determination. Each trial presented its own unique challenges, pushing them to their limits and forcing them to confront their fears. The first trial they faced was the trial of courage, where they were confronted by a treacherous path that wound its way through a dark and foreboding forest. Thick fog obscured their vision, and eerie whispers echoed through the trees, filling them with a sense of dread. But Lumina and her friends pressed on, drawing strength from each other and refusing to succumb to fear. They navigated the treacherous path with determination, relying on their wits and intuition to guide them safely through the forest. As they emerged from the darkness into a clearing bathed in sunlight, they were greeted by a magnificent creature known as the Guardian of Courage. With shimmering scales and eyes that blazed with inner fire, the Guardian challenged them to prove their worthiness to continue their quest. With courage in their hearts, Lumina and her companions faced the Guardian head-on, refusing to back down in the face of adversity. They stood united against the challenges that lay ahead, knowing that together they were unstoppable. And so, as the sun set on the enchanted meadow, Lumina and her friends emerged victorious from the trial of courage, their spirits soaring with newfound confidence. They knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, they would face them together, bound by the strength of their friendship and the power of their courage. After conquering the trial of courage, Lumina and her companions ventured deeper into the enchanted meadow, guided by the whispers of ancient wisdom that seemed to emanate from the very earth itself. Their next challenge awaited them in the form of the Puzzle of Wisdom, a test designed to assess their intellect and problem-solving skills. As they journeyed through the meadow, they came upon a clearing where a series of intricate puzzles lay scattered about, each one more perplexing than the last. Lumina and her friends gathered around, studying the puzzles with keen eyes and furrowed brows. The puzzles ranged from riddles that tested their wit to complex patterns that required careful observation and analysis. With each puzzle they solved, they felt a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment, knowing that they were one step closer to unlocking the secrets of the enchanted meadow. But just as they were about to solve the final puzzle, they were confronted by a mysterious figure who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. It was a wise old sage, whose eyes twinkled with ancient knowledge. The sage challenged them to solve one last puzzle, the most difficult of them all, before they could continue on their journey. With a mixture of determination and trepidation, Lumina and her friends set to work, pooling their knowledge and expertise to unravel the mystery. After what seemed like an eternity of intense concentration, they finally cracked the code and solved the puzzle, much to the delight of the sage. With a smile of approval, the sage nodded in approval and stepped aside, allowing them to pass. As they continued on their journey, Lumina and her friends reflected on the lessons they had learned from the Puzzle of Wisdom. They realized that true wisdom came not just from knowledge, but from the willingness to seek out answers and persevere in the face of adversity. Armed with this newfound wisdom, they pressed on, eager to uncover the next challenge that awaited them in the enchanted meadow. As Lumina and her companions journeyed further into the enchanted meadow, they found themselves facing their most daunting challenge yet, the test of friendship. In order to overcome this trial, they would need to demonstrate the true depth of their bond and the power of their unity. Their path led them to a shimmering lake nestled amidst the trees, its tranquil waters reflecting the colors of the surrounding foliage. Here they encountered a mystical guardian who tasked them with a series of challenges designed to test their loyalty, empathy, and compassion towards one another. The first challenge required them to navigate through a maze filled with illusions and obstacles, relying on each other's guidance and support to find their way to the other side. Despite the confusion and uncertainty, they remained steadfast in their determination to succeed, trusting in the strength of their friendship to guide them through. Next, they were faced with a series of trials that tested their ability to communicate and collaborate effectively as a team. Whether it was working together to solve a complex puzzle or devising a strategy to overcome a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, they found that by pooling their talents and resources, they could accomplish anything. But perhaps the greatest test of all came when they were asked to confront their deepest fears and insecurities, laying bare their vulnerabilities in front of one another. In this moment of raw honesty and vulnerability, they discovered a newfound sense of closeness and understanding, realizing that true friendship meant accepting each other for who they truly were. With each challenge they faced and overcame, Lumina and her companions grew stronger, their bond forged ever deeper by the trials they endured together. And as they emerged victorious from the test of friendship, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would always have each other to rely on. With renewed determination and a sense of unity, Lumina and her companions set off once more into the enchanted meadow, ready to face whatever trials awaited them with courage, wisdom, and above all, the power of their friendship. As Lumina and her companions continued their journey through the Enchanted Meadow, they felt a sense of anticipation building within them. They knew that they were drawing closer to their ultimate goal, the revelation that awaited them at the heart of the forest. Guided by the wisdom they had gained from their trials and the strength of their friendship, they pressed on with renewed determination. The air around them seemed to hum with energy, and the very trees whispered secrets of ancient magic. Finally, they reached a clearing bathed in ethereal light, where a magnificent fountain stood at its center. Its waters shimmered with a brilliance that seemed to defy the laws of nature, casting rainbow hues across the surrounding landscape. Lumina and her companions approached the fountain with a sense of reverence, knowing that it held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the Enchanted Meadow. As they drew closer, they felt a surge of power coursing through their veins, filling them with a sense of purpose and clarity. At last, they reached out and touched the waters of the fountain, and in that moment they were bathed in a radiant light that illuminated their souls. It was a light that held the essence of all things, the purest expression of love, harmony, and unity. As they basked in the glow of the fountain, Lumina and her companions felt a profound sense of peace wash over them. They knew that they had discovered the true magic of the Enchanted Meadow, a magic that resided not in spells or incantations, but in the bonds of friendship and the power of love. With their hearts full of gratitude and their spirits lifted high, Lumina and her companions bid farewell to the Enchanted Meadow, knowing that they would carry its magic with them wherever they went. And as they ventured out into the world beyond, they knew that they would always be guided by the light of their friendship, illuminating the path ahead with its eternal brilliance. As Lumina and her companions emerged from the Enchanted Meadow, they carried with them the light of their journey, illuminating the world around them with its radiant glow. Though their adventure had come to an end, the lessons they had learned and the bonds they had forged would live on forever in their hearts. Together they traveled far and wide, sharing the wisdom and magic they had discovered in the Enchanted Meadow with all who crossed their path. They became beacons of hope and inspiration, spreading joy and harmony wherever they went. But even as they embarked on new adventures and faced new challenges, they never forgot the lessons they had learned in the Enchanted Meadow. They remained true to themselves and to each other, drawing strength from the power of their friendship and the light that guided them on their journey. And so, as the years passed and the seasons changed, Lumina and her companions continued to shine brightly, their legacy echoing through the ages like a timeless melody. For in the end, it was not the trials they faced or the obstacles they overcame that defined them, but the love and friendship that bound them together, forever and always. And as they looked back on their journey, they knew that they had discovered the true magic of life, the magic of love, friendship, and the everlasting light that dwells within us all.